San Fran. They like to just kind of set us up, hit a couple big plays across the middle. And our game plan today was just to get hands-on, be aggressive as we can. So just seeing him over there making plays, it was able to just, I'm like, I got to keep my side, hold my side down.
What does it say about this defense to go from last week's performance to tonight, where you guys knew it was going to be up to you guys and come out to get this win?
I mean, we just there's no excuses in the NFL, so you just keep your head down, just keep going. It's not like you can say no, you know what I mean? So we come out here, we just got to keep showing up every day. We got a great offense, so as long as we can keep getting them the ball back, that's our job.
Can you take us through your interception, what you saw pre-snap, how you reacted, how you read the ball?
Yeah, I mean, he just ran a curl pump. We kind of been seeing it. I didn't actually think he was going to throw it, though. So he threw it up, and I was able to just get my head around and make a play on it.
Sean said after the Eagles game, he spoke to you guys and said there were 39 days left guaranteed in this season. What did you take away from his message to the team?
I mean, just every day counts. Every game matters. Every game counts, especially where we are and we can control our own destiny.
How about for you? I mean, to make a play like that after what you've been through this season with the injury and training camp and trying to get back to where you want to be, to come up and make a play in a game like this for you?
Keep praying, keeping faith. That's all I do, man. So I feel like today God was able to answer some prayers, and I was able to go make a play.
I know how much this mattered to you and matters to you, and obviously the history between these two teams, like you've been a huge part of that as well. But with Akello coming back here, place where he played, did you ever get the sense that it meant a little extra to him pregame? Did he talk about it at all?
He didn't. He was quiet about it. And he didn't really say anything until after when he was like, man, training camp, like when I was back there with him in training camp, like this is how we stopped him. And he didn't say nothing until now, but I could tell him meant a lot to him.
You mentioned basically glancing over your shoulder to look for the ball. I mean, how difficult is it to track a throw like that in real time, like you were mentioning?
I mean, we got hands too.
No, I know that. But
we stay out on the jugs. We catch some deep balls. It is pretty tough, especially in the lights. Especially, the way he put it. He kind of threw it over our shoulder, over our head. So, luckily I was just able to keep my eyes and track it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
How did you prepare for the elements tonight, especially that 48-yarder in the rain?
Yeah, honestly, really nothing different than normal. Rain, I was saying earlier, rain doesn't really affect me and what I do. It's more so for the snapper and holder. It was great to be back in the Bay Area. Love it here. And winning games like this will make me love it even more.
Did you have a bunch of people here that came to the game? Can you take us through that? Who was here?
Yeah, my parents are here. My girlfriend, she goes to Stanford still, so she was able to come. It's just a quick 30 minutes away. And a bunch of my buddies from college are here too, so can't wait to go see them. I haven't seen them yet. And, I mean, even I feel like I've seen some kind of random 49ers fans who are like, oh, go Stanford. And I'm like, so it's nice.
It seems like you must enjoy, based on what's happened this year, kicking against the 49ers. You've had some good moments against them.
Yeah, it makes me think of college, like Stanford versus Cal. Like, I loved that game, did well in that game over the years. And I feel like, 49ers are our biggest rival, I would say, right? So it's funny because, there may or may not be, video evidence of me saying that they were my favorite team, like a year ago. But not anymore, definitely. So it's great to beat them, and, it's huge for the team, and it means a lot.
Josh,
on that first kick, it looked like they actually got a finger on it. Were you able to see that in real time and just kind of take us through that?
One of my professors from college actually emailed me and said they blocked it, and when it went through, I was like, no, I don't think so, because the fall flight seemed good, and I didn't think anything was wrong with it. But yeah, I mean, might have hit it a tad low. There was the elements of the rain made it probably a little tough for the snap and the hold. But I mean, sometimes you just need a little bit of luck. I think I was due for some luck. So I'll take it when I get it, and 3 points is 3 points.
You said a professor he emailed you during the game, or she emailed you during the game? Like, how did this?
Yeah. No, he just one of the professors I keep in touch with. I read it like 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh, when you see, how the game was going, the elements, both of the offense is struggling, do you kind of put a little pressure on yourself knowing like, hey, I'm going to have to make sure when I get out there that I make things count?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I've learned that is that in the NFL, like, every kick counts. Like, whether you think it's going to come down to a kick at the end of the game or not, like, you could be up by 20 in the first quarter, and, it could be a close game at the end. So, really every kick counts, and, we're in the business of making kicks where, the timing of when you make a kick is important, but, every kick is also important as well. So, yes, I would say, like, it was a, kind of the max, pressure, I would say, just of, every kick matters, and it's a low-scoring game like this. But honestly, it's getting to be clear to me that kind of every kick is like that in the NFL.
You told me a couple of weeks ago that you'd never experienced adversity like some of what you've gone through this year. I know you try to stay even, but does a night like this, back in a familiar place, in front of family, and then in a close game like this, does it make it a little bit cathartic at least after what you've been through this year?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I know I'm a Stanford man, but cathartic.
Like relief, you relieved, it feels
yeah,
full circle.
I was a computer science major for a reason.
Okay,
So,
glad to help.
yeah, no, it's a good relief. It's fun to get the little mini bye afterwards. My girlfriend's coming home from college, so definitely gonna take a little bit of a relaxing weekend, and and then move on to the next week. I think a couple weeks ago when I was talking to you, stuff happens in football, and it's a long season, so you're not defined by a singular game. Like, I'm not defined by this game. I'm not defined by a game from a month ago, so just keep chugging along.
I'm doing what I'm doing. This is all God.
29 carries in each of the last 2 games. How do you feel after that?
I feel good. I feel like that talks to a lot about who we are as an offense and what Coach McVay believes in and trusts us as a unit to get that done. Receivers, tight ends, and especially the O-line, be able to run the ball 29 times, stay consistent while doing it and calling on it when we needed it. That just talks about the work that we've been putting in these last 3 or 4 weeks.
We're behind glass up in the box. When we see the elements coming down, we can tell that it's like messy out there.
Yeah.
But what was it like? What did it feel like?
Shoot, I never played in the game. I never played in the rain game. I played in the snow game, but that was really wet. I took my gloves off. I think before the half, I was like, screw these gloves. I'm not trying to mess with the ball. Get the ball and trying to put it away. But I took my gloves off. It was the first time I've ever played without gloves. But it was cool. It was experience, and it was something that as a team, we had to lean on each other. Like, we had to really work through whatever the elements was, and I feel like we did that to a very high clip.
Do you do something different to recuperate when you have 4 days after 29 carries?
Yeah. No, honestly, obviously, I try to take care of I do take care of my body at a high clip. I started doing that this year, and I can feel the difference between how my body responds week in and week out, just the work that I've been putting in at the start of the season. So, no, I don't do anything different. I just, tell myself that I got to get ready for it, and whatever it takes to, come Thursday that, you're in a short week, so you got to go.
What does it look like, that work that you started doing this year?
2 massages a week. I'm lifting 3 times a week. I'm doing stuff after practice, a little supplemental stuff with my ankles, my feet, and just being able to stay strong, honestly, being able to withstand the long season and continue to keep elevating at a high clip.
You guys scored 44 last game tonight, 12 points. Just how important is it to be able to win, multiple ways like that?
Oh, it's important. No matter how it happens, whether if it's a high-scoring game, lower-scoring game, as long as we come out to win and that we continue to keep being who we are. I think we're a very tough team. We're really resilient. No matter what it is, we're going to continue to keep fighting, keep punching, and that's what it showed tonight. And it showed last week as well. Just doesn't matter what it is. The league is so crazy and different every week. So as long as we come out to win and continue to keep being who we are, that's what matters.
Matthew picked up a 3rd and 9. And he had the zone read.
Yeah.
What's your scouting report on his running style?
It was great. That 3rd and 9, I seen him think about, should I lower my shoulder, should I do it? And he did it, and I was just like, okay, 9, I like it. But no, selfishly, I wish he would have gave me that puller just so he wouldn't, have gotten hit like he did. But he's a soldier. He's a warrior, and I was telling him throughout the whole game, like, we need you now. You're a soldier. And he kept on responding, keep being who he is.
This team's history with San Francisco and how tough these games have been. What's it mean to sweep this team?
Oh, that's awesome. You said that. It means everything, honestly. Because literally on the way here, our pilot said, go sweep the Niners. And when he said that, I was like, dang, we really could sweep the Niners. I don't think I've done that since I've been here. So being able to do that, knowing how good of a team they are, and knowing the history with just the 2 organizations, I know it's huge. And it shows that we're the big brothers now.
McVay and Stafford both said that they kind of knew this would be a game where you guys would have to control the time of possession and, have that advantage. Just a game like that where, you're leaning on the run game and things like that. Like, what do you relish most about, games like that where you're going to have those kinds of performances individually and as a team?
Yeah, just the feel of the runs. At first I was kind of being too anxious, trying to find the hole, trying to hit the hole. But as soon as the game kept going on, I started seeing the things, started realizing what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring that safety in to disturb that run. But I knew if I just stayed patient, being able to see him trigger and being able to get right off that block, they really had nobody left behind there. And so there was a couple of runs that obviously every single game I wish I had a couple of runs back. But just being able to answer to that call, answer to that, we got to run the ball, we got to stay consistent and be efficient. And that's what it's all about as a running back.
Sean said after the Eagles game that he talked to you guys about how there's 39 guaranteed days left in the season. What did you take away from that conversation?
Go all out, give it everything I got, sacrifice what I need to sacrifice, and just put it all for this team because, like he said, it was 39. It really hit me when he said that. And for me, I'm a person who responds to those type of things. I like those type of things. I like to realize what the reality of the situation is. And so once he said that, it clicked for me. It clicked that I need to be able to lock in because obviously I was fumbling the ball, all that stuff during those times. And so for me to be who I want to say I am, I had to continue. I had to work and put my head down and just like I said, give all in.
3 games
Couple
left.
more, guys.
3 games left. How big is it to have this mini bye before going into that stretch run?
Oh, it's huge. I think that it happened on the right time, honestly. Just going in, like you said, 3 games left. And I just know that as a team, we're going to continue to keep being who we are mentally, physically, and to continue to keep working like we are. And I know Coach McVay is going to continue to keep challenging us, coming off this little mini bye, but I'm excited for that.